everybody? It's RobLive here in the studio. Jim, is getting hot in these studios, baby.
It's warming up, I know.
It's warming up, it's heating up, but it's even hotter today, right? Because we've got one of the hottest bands in the land. And I say that with all honesty. I'm really excited about having these guys in the studio with us today.
You are excited. You're like,
dude.
You're flaming. You're
well, I don't know if it's flaming the right word.
I don't know, probably not. I don't know, but your energy's off the chart if anyone needs to know.
I'm telling you, I told them to their faces how excited I am. This took a year, guys. Now I want to just, fans out there, like and subscribe. Understand how hard we work to try to get people on this show. It went from research to who knows them to a Facebook post to please someone connect us. And finally, it happened through my heart, which is education. And we'll talk a little bit how we got them on the show. But I want to welcome right now, Let's Go Bowling in the house. Thank you, guys. We have from the band, because you guys are like, all right, I know the band well. There's about 8 of them. We have with us Glenn Parrish, guitar, vocals. And we have Paul Misculin, guitar, harmonica, and vocals. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, I want to lay out the band names, and you guys correct me if I get anything wrong. Okay, so currently in the band, we have Mark Berry on trombone. Or is that, oh, no, that's founding members. That's right.
Yeah, founding.
Here we go. Current members. Darren Fletcher.
Yep.
Organ, keyboards, vocals. Adam Lee on drums. Mark Michelle on bass, guitar, and vocals. Did I say his last name right?
Yeah.
And Paul Misculin's with us today on guitar, harmonica, and vocals. We have Dean Olmstead on tenor sax. Is that correct?
Yes.
Jason Boyd on trumpet.
Yes.
Glenn Parrish is with us today on guitar and vocals. And Robert Ruffner on trombone.
Yep.
Did we miss anyone on the current lineup?
No, that's it.
Okay, we're going to do a quick homage to who's been throughout the years. It's a long list. Look at Paul's face. He's like, there's a long list, bro. And you're going to be bringing up some of my old issues. Is this, okay, just be honest. Is this like naming like a bad breakup?
No, it's
all good?
No, it's all good.
Okay, so we're going to name some people here.
Guys, yeah.
All right, so
some of them aren't with us anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark Berry, trombone. Is still living. I mean, he's alive.
Great
Okay.
guy.
Let me know
good
when we
guy.
get to the guy who's passed.
All right.
Darren Fletcher, obviously still in the band. Mark Michelle in the band. David Molina, lead guitar.
Yeah, rest in peace.
So,
Rest in peace, David.
We lost David. He was one of the founding members. And
Okay.
Driving force.
So this next guy, Jim, this guy I've thought about for like weeks now. Only because you know how they list your instrument or what you do? You guys know where I'm going with this? This next guy's name, check this out, Jim. His name's Javier Molina.
Yeah.
And his job is toasting and antics.
Yeah.
Explain that, boys.
I don't think it's. I think he does that all day long, every day.
So he's like,
happened to be on
cheers!
stage doing the same thing. Yeah.
So this is what it reminds me of. Do you guys remember a group called The Time?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Jungle Love.
Yeah.
Oh, we. Yeah. Right? Now, Jesse, now Jerome. And Jerome had the mirror. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jerome didn't have an instrument, but he brought flavor to the band. And if Jerome wasn't on stage, you were like, dude, where's Jerome? Didn't sing any vocals, didn't have an instrument, but he was a presence. Is that kind of what we're talking about with Javier?
Yeah.
So what was his interaction on stage? What would Javier do?
He would dance around. He would do the toasting. He would talk. He would just interact with the crowd. He would.
He was a hype man.
Yeah, pretty
The
much.
ska hype.
Yeah.
Like
He was Flavor
The
Flav.
Flavor Flav of Scott.
Hey, is Javier still around?
Oh,
yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's David's brother. And
Oh, David's brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Javier, if you're out there, man, we want to get you in here at some point and talk about being the Flavor Flav of ska, because that is an amazing job. Takes a lot of energy. Now, no disrespect to ska. But that's a bad way to start, huh? But here's what I'm going to say next. The dances, I practiced some of them yesterday because I'm going to do them for you guys today when we get into that segment. Jim, can we play, not now, but at some point, can we play some of their music aloud?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to show you some of the moves that
Oh
drew
my
me to
gosh.
ska. Yeah.
We're not insured yet.
Now,
so we're
listen. The dance moves, in my opinion, they're very aerobic, which means you got to be in shape.
that's why I don't do them.
Yeah, but really, you have to be in shape if you're going to do a ska dance for an entire set. So I'm thinking Javier had like a 6-pack, right? Chiseled guy, right? Was he fit guy? He had to be. Clint, he had to be.
I don't remember seeing him with his shirt off.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Okay,
But
band members see nobody with their shirt on. That's I call BS right
So
there.
what's interesting about this is they're still holding these trombones and these tenor sax.
Yes.
Dude, I played sax, and a tenor sax is like double the size, right? It's huge, and you're literally swinging that around. And now I have to ask you, because I've been researching and listening to music, and this music reminded me right off the bat of skater music. It was something that I would totally play as we're skating out in front of my house.
Wait, you did research on this?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
So,
time out. Time out. We've had this show for over 2 years, right? Jim, I don't know.
I just go with the flow. I look them up
Have you
every
ever done
night.
any
Yes,
research
I do.
on
I
any
look 'em
guests
up.
we've had?
Yeah, I have.
That I brought in?
Yeah. Well, you bring in almost 90% of them.
Who'd you
I
do?
don't know off the top of my head. You're calling me on the
Never
show.
has.
But
Guys,
but
this is-
when
this is
I
a
looked
big
them
deal.
up, my wife and I were
It's a big deal.
my wife and I were looking up on YouTube, and there's a few videos of you guys. Others I wouldn't know if it's you or not, but this recent one that you guys came to Fresno and performed, it was straight in, and the first thing I was saying to my wife was, I would totally be skating to that. And is that something that you guys found familiar with your music, that it went to those type of people that listened?
yeah. Oh, yeah. There
So
was
ska is a type of skater type music, or
How much skate gear do you see that has checkers on it?
true? Yeah,
Black and white.
yeah,
Yeah.
So-
I mean, that was something.
They
I mean,
didn't
we've
invent it.
yeah.
We didn't either, but we use it.
I
Yeah.
want to get to the rest of
Yeah.
the list to honor their
Yeah, go
past
for it.
members.
All right.
Jerry Mora on drums, Pete Nicholson on trumpet, and Martin Stewart. These are the founding members, the guys I named.
Right.
Now, here's previous members. This is also a long list. You guys know a lot of guys. So, David Weens on trombone,
Yeah.
Wallace Harvey on keyboards,
Yeah.
Dan Dorval on trumpet. I spoke to Dan, I believe. I spoke to like 2 guys who were not currently in the band to try to find you guys. I mean, this was like a big thing. Jeff Bilal, did I say that right? Jeff Bilal on trombone.
Baloo.
Jason Elam on drums. Scott Abels on drums. Gilbert Lopez on tenor sax.
Yeah.
Patrick Bush, trumpet and vocals. Tony Luna on trumpet. Eric Vorak on baritone sax.
Yeah, Dvorak.
Dvorak.
Yeah.
M. Ray De Leon on trombone. Chris Ridge, lead guitar.
We
Link-
lost
Rest in peace.
Chris. Yeah.
Rest in
we
peace,
lost him.
Chris. Lincoln Barr, lead guitar. Adam Thies, trombone. Dakota Ilyal. Did I say that right?
Ayal?
Ayal.
Yeah.
Dakota
Ayal.
Ayal on sax.
Yeah.
Is there anyone I missed or didn't represent?
Probably.
Probably. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I don't want to call this
But that's a good-
musical
that's a-
chairs.
That's
but
pretty good.
That's a pretty good list.
okay,
Yeah, but
so not everyone that's listening, right? We have a pretty broad audience is familiar with ska. So I wanted to start out by just kind of like giving the best of your knowledge. How would you define ska as a genre?
well, there's a
We Google
well,
it.
okay, yeah. Well,
I can
there's
give
a
you the
couple ways. I
Google.
mean, I could give you the a historical retrospective.
Yes.
All right, so ska started in Jamaica, in depending upon who you talk to, late 50s, early 1960s.
Most of my research said 50s.
Yeah, and it started with a lot of the musicians that were around at the time who were very much into American R&B and bop jazz and such, and so they would. Like there were some bands that would get together. They would be they would play in hotels and stuff, and so they got their names from some of the hotels and, things,
Okay, yeah.
like the Hilton Airs. And
We're going
stuff
to talk
like
about
that.
your name in a minute here.
And then and so there was a core group of musicians who started doing that became the Scotalites, and they started working for a record label, and they were the house band, and they started to find a type of music that was Jamaican, but still bringing in the R&B and such like that. And so,
Yes.
they would throw in Minto and Buru. Oh, am I doing the same thing? Am I saying it?
Yeah. Chat GPT's falling perfectly with you.
Oh, well, there you go. So
Calypso, jazz, rhythm and blues,
Yes.
and Caribbean Minta.
So I'm
Yeah, Minto.
I didn't grow. Well, I technically grew up later with ska. This is how I describe it: a faster tempo reggae,
That's
with a horn section is how
Yeah.
I would say it.
that's basically anybody who asks me who has no idea what it is. The
Yeah.
fastest way to say it is like it's like fast reggae.
And I've never met anyone who didn't immediately recognize it once we played it for them. Say, oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Right? And most of the younger crowd now would reference No Doubt. However, the older crowd knows the roots and where this all came. And one of my big motivations with this episode is to recognize you guys, because I think in the Central Valley, the younger generation, they lean more towards, because of their age, from 2000 on. To us, there's one band that opened the floodgates in California. Some would argue the United States on this. I believe you guys were referenced as Third Wave, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's you guys. I know I'm biased because I'm from the Valley, but I've talked to a lot of people who are really into music, and they always talk about you guys. And I was like, I got to get them in the studio. Yeah. So I want to.
Well, Rob, we could show the audience the music right now if you want to show them what they came to Fresno.
You know what?
Pull that up, or you want to do it later?
Well, I wanted to do this. I want to do the current thing a little bit later.
Okay, yeah.
But I think the tracks that are on YouTube with the HD sound are a little bit clearer.
Oh, I see.
Because you're a camera guy, these tracks are a little bit, not distorted, but it's not as clean of a sound because it's live and someone with a camera.
I see,
You
yeah.
guys weren't mic'd up to the camera, right? You weren't for this one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
So I want to go with this when we're going to promote their concert a little bit later.
Okay.
And go with that one. But Esta Noche, can you find Esta Noche for us?
Esta Noche.
Because we're going to talk about that in a minute. You guys see I'm brown, right? So you know I was going to bring up Esta Noche. Because I'm going to be like, okay, I see a lot of white dudes here.
Yeah.
And yet I'm very impressed.
No, I thought you were Greek.
There you go. Yeah, I'm the only Greek in Central Valley. So let's talk about this real quick, because this is when you do research on ska and you guys, the word third wave comes up a lot.
Right.
What is third wave?
Well, from like Paul was talking about the early roots with Scotalites into Bob Marley or Desmond Decker.
Would be the third wave.
Then that music.
That's the first.
That's the first.
Marley went reggae and took everyone reggae.
Yes.
But it got in England in the late 70s, guys that could actually play their instruments and didn't want to play punk, but kind of had that same attitude, picked up on the ska music from Jamaica.
Yeah.
And a lot of Jamaicans had moved to England, London. Mm-hmm. And then bands came out of that, like the Specials and Madness, and a little later, English Beat.
So here's the deal. Some of these bands we didn't categorize at the time as ska. I'll give you an example. Madness, Jim,
Madness
our
was,
house in the middle of the street.
okay.
Do you think of ska when you hear that?
No.
I didn't. I thought of new wave
music. But if you
music.
listen to any other songs besides that song,
Isn't it funny?
it's ska.
Okay.
And really,
Especially the
really good
early
ska.
stuff.
Well, here's the frustration of limited radio play at that time. We might pick Esta Noche from you guys
Right.
and go, oh, yeah, that's their sound. No, to me, that's a one-off.
You ever heard Dexy's Midnight Runners?
Only.
Okay.
Come on,
Besides
right?
that
So radio's
song?
known for that, right? And then,
Yeah.
and you know what? But here's where I give credit to musicians. The ones who are really trying to be commercial will be like, oh shoot, that's the one that plays. Let's make 5 different versions of that.
Yeah.
And the real, I'm gonna say real because I don't know how else to say this without being degrading. But the guys who stick to and the gals who stick to their guns go, oh, great, that track worked commercially, but we do this, and they don't cater to that, and I respect that because it's a huge sacrifice, because that's easy money to go, hey, let's make 3 different versions of Come On Eileen. It's like, no, this is who we are, and we stand by that in the studio.
I don't think that really works out for anyone besides AC/DC.
Oh, okay. And then no one else that paid
They'll
off
be the
for it.
first ones to admit it.
So, with that being said, two-tone is another term I heard.
Right.
Two-tone, what
So
is that
that was that
reference to?
English movement, which could be called the second wave.
The second
A
wave.
lot of actual ska musicians don't like the use of wave because it's kind of the bands didn't make those terms up.
Yes.
But
okay.
so yeah, two-tone.
All right.
Two-tone would be, they adopted it. It stood for like racial Equality in London.
I see.
So that's the black and white, and you always see pictures of
Oh,
dancers. But so it was those guys in England doing it out of like post-punk or even during the heyday of punk.
Yeah.
We're going this other direction, and faster, wilder, kind of English style to it.
So
that's the two-tone is those two colors.
The two colors. Okay. And not everybody's excited to have that label on them.
Second, two-tone, fine.
Two-tone,
second wave, first wave, third wave.
First wave, second wave, third wave.
Because now what wave are we on? Ska's real popular again with kids, especially in like Los Angeles and East Coast.
Yes, and I love that.
That's the fourth wave, and then somebody
exactly.
that's the fifth wave.
And I have an issue with.
It's it's just the waves come and go in and out.
Yeah, and I sense this in your voice.
I don't care.
Well, he sounds like he cared, right?
I don't care.
Was that the teacher side?
Yeah.
Trying to sell it to me? Anyway, but here's the point. Sometimes we get labels, right, from the media, and you either embrace them, you reject them, and sometimes it's so big, it is what it is. So I'll give you guys an example. Where did the word Hispanic come from? Anyone know? Hispanic was a term that was created by a politician, a white politician, right? And so he was trying to come up with a label. I'm trying to remember who it was. Historians, look it up for me, put it in our comments. But he came up with Hispanic, right? A lot of time when I got to college, I didn't know this, but when I get to college, I'm in going to some of these clubs and the cultural clubs. You're getting to know your culture a little bit better. And they said, we prefer Chicano. We prefer Latino. And I was like, oh, what's the difference? And they go, Hispanic was created by a white politician. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And so we don't necessarily always embrace what's thrown at us. Yeah. And so I could see that with music and genre. Sometimes they throw things on you and you're like, well, that's some writer from the LA Times. That's not what we identify as. Right? But Glenn said you don't care anyway, so we'll throw that out the window.
Chicano is an awesome word, too. If you want to call it...
Chicano? Yeah, it means beautiful little people.
Chicano?
Hey, it's time for our phone call. You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Sure. So we're going to make this phone call now. Everybody out there, check this out. We haven't done this before, but we're going to do it now. We have a surprise special guest from the band. They know this person well, but they have no idea who I'm going to call right now. And this is the beauty of networking, right, Jim?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to, I have a Google Pixel, so maybe this thing is smarter than I am, but I'm not able to, am I locked or what's going on?
Swipe it up from the bottom of the line.
Swipe it up. Okay. And then,
oh.
Everybody, this is Jim's passcode. Now, Jim's going to come press the passcode here, and we're going to call somebody that the band knows well. I'm going to give you guys one final guess, right? And I'm going to give you a clue. You ready? The clue is flying fruit basket. Flying
Mikey?
Fruit basket.
That's not Mikey, is it?
I don't know who it is. We're going to find out right now. So we're going to dial this number.
No one wants.
Oh, boy.
And they think they know. And they're, okay, so officially, give me your guess.
Mikey.
They think it's Mikey?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if it's Mikey. So, Jim, I'm dialing. Are you picking up?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
I don't know if he'll be able to hear, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll tell you what he's saying.
Hello,
Okay.
this is Mike.
Hey, what's up, Mike? Is this Michael
how's it
Warholm?
going?
Michael Warholm,
This is Michael Warholm.
a.k.a. Was it Bumpkin, you said?
The bumpkin.
The Bumpkin?
I was known as the Bumpkin.
No, you had another name, a.k.a. Roadhog or Road.
No, they call me, Mark Michelle called me Punk Rock Road Crew.
Punk Rock Road Crew. So people out there, we are talking to the one and only Mike Warholm, who was, is the term roadie derogatory, Mike? What do we call you? What do we call you?
No, that's
Can't say anything
perfect.
derogatory about Mikey.
So we got the
I was
roadie
a
for
bro.
many years. With Let's Go Bowling.
Yes.
Okay, but first of all,
Off and on for a while, yes. It
Yes.
was my
So-
pleasure.
so you got here with you in studio. We have Glenn and Paul. You want to say hi?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Mikey. What's going on,
Mikey?
man?
How long has it
I'm
been?
just getting ready to cut loose a fruit basket out here on the streets of Fresno.
Hey, I got a birthday cake that no one wants. You want me to bring it over?
I ain't blowing that one out for you, buddy.
Okay, so the inside jokes are flying left and right. Can we get some point of reference for the fruit basket?
Nope.
It's kind of a tuck and roll thing.
What about the birthday cake? Is there any reference we could make there that wouldn't offend the entire audience?
You'll have to call Hans Wagner and have him break that one down for you.
Is penis puppetry offensive?
Oh wow, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So Mike, how long,
Penis on fire.
how long were you with the band, Mike, on the road with them?
I did a couple tours with them. I did a come out swinging tour and just little partial tours here and there, off and on for a couple of years probably.
How far did you travel when you were with them?
Oh, I think I hit all the United States except North Dakota and Alaska.
Were you guys in a tour bus or a van?
I was in a Ryder truck.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't want me in the van.
Tour,
you guys ever have a tour bus?
Man in a rider truck.
Did you ever have the tour bus with the bunk beds and all that?
No.
We did one
Oh,
tour.
yeah.
One tour with the bus.
Yes. And how was
Yes.
the? I always wonder about the food, the eating arrangements. How did that work? Did you guys all eat together?
Snickers
Was
bar, Colt 45, and a pack of Lucky Strike cigarettes they gave us.
so it was
It
go.
was glorious. It was paradise.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You were living the dream.
We saw every Denny's in the country
Absolutely.
at 1 a.m.
That's right.
Oh my
Well, a
God.
wild turkey every once in a while, but that was
We were lucky.
leading
yeah.
to some bad things. Yeah.
So we're gonna bring in Mike Warholm has agreed to come in at some point and give his rendition of everything he's experienced on the road. Was it just with Let's Go Bowling, or did you date other bands behind their
We
back?
traveled with we traveled with Real Big Fish and Cherry Pop and Daddies.
Oh,
A couple
yeah.
other guys here and there, but I learned some. Yeah, well, the birthday cake nobody likes.
What was
There were
the
some
watch?
cassette tapes that were given that we
Oh, my
listened
God,
to
that's
that
right.
they impaled my brain. But yeah, it was a different time.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for picking up the phone. We're going to continue with these guys, but we're going to hear more from Mike in a future episode. So you want to say goodbye to the boys real quick?
Hey, I know you guys didn't see me, but I was at the show at Fulton 55. I love you guys.
Oh man.
Oh, go
keep
ahead
doing
and come
what
up
you
and
do.
say hi next time you're in the
Yeah.
room.
Serious.
Hey, Mike.
Well, I was flashing. I was smuggling plums upstairs. I was trying to get Paul's attention, but he didn't see me. So,
Hey, Mike. I've already decided that I'm heading out to Morro Bay for the next show. So if you want to ride along, we might do that.
when is the show?
It's funny you ask. Let's Go Bowling, August 9th at the Siren in
Playing at
Morro
the
Bay.
Siren.
Yeah, a week from Saturday.
When is it?
The 9th, August 9th. It's a week from Saturday. And we're going to promote the hell
I'm
out
going
of
to
it.
be at the Backstreet Boys in Las Vegas. So,
He'll be at the Sphere.
I will
'Cause he-
at the Spear.
He wants it his way. All right.
yes.
So, Mike, we'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for calling in, and I'll call you after the show.
All right.
Thank
All
you,
right,
buddy.
guys. Have a good one.
Love
Yeah,
you, Mikey.
too. Love you, Mikey.
So,
Love you guys.
all right, and again, those out there who are wondering what the hell just happened, we had Mike Warholm, who's a longtime roadie for Let's Go Bowling, call in and surprise the boys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being such great players on that. We want to
Mikey was crazy
Yeah.
30 years ago.
move.
Crazy.
He's a family man and a business owner now, and I doubt there's no way he's that crazy anymore.
No, okay.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute. Jim included on this one. Time passes, right?
Yeah.
And when you look back at people and even ourselves in our younger years, right, we now understand when we thought back to some older folk and said, you never did that, right? Because it was hard for us to imagine them at the time. Now it's a lot easier. So when I see, let's say I was 25 years old, and I see a 60-year-old at a coffee shop, and everybody's like, he was a wild man. You didn't know him. I'm like, yeah, right. Right? I get it now. I truly can grasp that. For you
Well-
guys looking at Mike, when's the last time you saw him?
Keep it.
Oh man.
Well, do you guys have
What was the
kids?
question?
Yeah. When was the last time you saw Mike?
Yeah, the last time you saw Mike.
It's been several years.
Yeah. It's been a few years.
Yeah.
So we just had a quick reunion there.
Yeah.
So hopefully Morro Bay. I want to
be
move
great.
on to some notable accomplishments. Now, again, these are from the fans looking in. If you guys have something that you feel is more notable, please feel free to mention it. But the big one for me, Jim, and I'm going to go back for a second here to introduce you guys to my life because it was so impactful. It's 1986, 87, and I'm at a friend's house, and he had an older brother. The older brother went to Kingsburg High. Well, as little guys do, we sneak into older brother's room, whatever. And I remember going in his room to steal something from him, and I see the Specials, a poster of the Specials, and is it pronounced right? The Ska-lights. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Ska. I see a bunch of ska bands. I'm like, who the hell are they? Like, where's the MC Hammer? Where's New Edition? Right? Because that's what I knew. And he's like, no, these are some bands my brother likes. And so then his brother happens to walk in on us, and a conversation ensues. And he's like, no, dude, there's this ska. And I'm like, ska? And he played a little bit, and he goes, matter of fact, there is a local band who's making big noise right now. We're like, who are they? Let's Go Bowling. And I was like, really? And then that stuck in my brain. And then a couple months, whatever, later, young folks, MTV used to play music videos. It wasn't reality shows, like actual music videos. And so in this case, I saw Let's Go Bowling on MTV. And if I'm not mistaken, the song was Spy Market. And it was on rotation. And at the time, MTV was the pinnacle of exposure. And I said, holy crap, here's a band from the Valley. They're on MTV. And even though I wasn't like necessarily a ska fan, I was very inspired by that accomplishment, that somebody from our area was doing something that big on that stage. You guys came a little bit later in the band, or were you there for some of that?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I mean, the MTV thing was like, that was, at the time, that was what you need. That's what had to happen, man, for you to like go into the next level, or, you know, things like that. And I remember we came up with the concept for it. It was mainly Adam and I came up with the concept for it. And
The music video?
Yeah. And I still have somewhere my storyboards that we drew out. We just penciled out, and we found a guy who was a local guy. One of the bad parts about getting old is that as soon as David Kennedy,
He was the director of this video?
he was the director of it, and so, you know, he put it all together. We filmed it actually inside Club Fred.
I was going to say, now, is Club Fred still a venue, like, not Club Fred, but does it have a different name now? Where is it?
No, it's down in the Tower District, and it's
it's still there. It's still there.
They're starting to do music.
Is it
again.
called Club
Are
Fred
they?
still?
Yeah.
No,
it
it's
is.
another.
Oh, it is. They changed it.
It's Summer Fox. They have 3 locations.
Summer Fox?
Yeah.
All right.
Fox.
So Summer Fox is, now when you go
Yeah.
in, is the layout similar, or is it completely?
no. Well, no. I mean,
It's like if someone flipped Club Fred and painted the whole thing white. Oh no, that was the previous place. It
Okay.
doesn't look like, it's the same spot. It doesn't look like Club Fred inside.
Oh, okay.
It's clean. Like if you're ever scared in Club Fred, you'd never be scared of this place.
I remember hearing
Well,
about
Club
Club
Fred
Fred.
was really dark. It
They
was
have good-
dark.
they have
So you've
good-
been there?
Club Fred, yeah, I have. Yeah.
What were you there for?
There was comedy night. There was some kind of comedy,
Oh,
generic.
God.
Yeah.
There's nothing darker than local comedy.
I think I might have been.
Yeah.
I think I might have been in there one time. Now, do you guys remember a group? I'm gonna mess this up. Squiggler and the Shaggy. It was one of those names. Snappy, Snippy.
No, Sippy and the Guzzler.
Sippy and old
Sippy
Guzzler?
and the Guzzlers. See how
Sippy
he
and old
pulled it out of
Guzzler.
me?
Yeah.
Squiggler and what is it?
Sippy
Oh my
and the
gosh.
Guzzlers. Is that Club Fred?
Sippy and old Guzzler.
They
Yep.
played there.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I was in there.
Okay,
once.
so Robert, you went back to where you saw, and your brother, was it your brother that told you about?
no,
Let's
my
Go
friend's
Bowling?
older
Your friends.
brother.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think, to give you guys credit, that's an easier name to remember. You know, hey, let's go bowling. Everyone
Yeah.
says that. Movies are in. You know, that phrase is in movies.
Yeah.
What you just said right now, I don't even remember what you just said. It's like
Sippy
it's so
and
hard
Guzzler.
hard to remember.
If you'd seen them, you would know
Yeah, you
Sippy
know they're
and old
memorable
Guzzler.
in my head.
Oh.
They're
So
all-
let's go to
they're
the
all
name.
friends of ours, all of them.
Where's the name come from? Let's Go Bowling.
Well, it kind of like the story that was told to me was that it was, you know, they were sitting around trying to, you know, and when you're trying to name a band,
It's the worst.
it's the worst because everybody always has like these crazy ideas and stuff like that, and so really kind of what it comes down to is the band that everybody hates, the name that everybody hates the least.
Is what
You know,
it's what it
And-
comes down to.
Yeah, and typically it's like, oh man, we have this, you know, you get a gig, but you don't have a band name yet, and you got to name the band by before they get the flyer to put out.
Yes.
And so it's just kind of like settle on something, and that's typically what sticks. And so they were thinking about things and just stupid sports and things like that. And then one of the things I think somebody came up with was lawn bowling, and they thought that was funny. And then somebody said, "Yeah, let's go bowling." And it was kind of the one that everybody hated the least.
Did you guys actually bowl? Like, is that something that you did, or is that just happened later?
Some of the first rehearsals were at a bowling alley.
Is that the freeway lanes in Selma?
Freeway lanes, yeah.
See, that's another iconic place for us. Like, that was our field trip.
Yeah.
Right? I wrote down some band names. I do this a lot. I'm like, hey, if we ever had a band, these are some names. So see which one you guys like. Jim, check this out. Young Chaka.
That's good. Younger. Chaka the Younger.
Yes.
Chaka the Young.
I got, this comes from my friend GM. He called me this once. Yapping Pansies.
That's a good one.
Husky Lips. Donkey Green. Rough Country.
That's probably been
Rough
used
country.
a bunch of times.
This one I've heard. This for me is like Hot Summers. Swamp Ass.
Yeah.
The Skippity Hops. Drippy Sweats. This one I thought was a real good ska. I might have stole this from a ska band. Ready Rock. Is that a ska band?
Ready, Rob?
Ready Rock.
Rock.
That reminds me of a ska band. Pound Cake.
That's probably been used.
Lil Baby Jesus. There's a guy in with this nickname. He kind of runs around. Skateboard Jesus. McRib. And I heard this one recently. Busted Toes.
Yeah.
Busted Toes.
Not because
Yes.
they make rib get in trouble with McDonald's. I mean, is that
I just think it's like an iconic
patent that
menu
name?
item. But let's go bowling. Wow.
We went to high school together, and
Where did you guys go to school?
At Bullard High.
Yeah.
Bullard. Oh, we'll talk about Bullard
We played
in a minute.
one show one time for some event. I think you put it together for the event. And we played like Ready for the World and
Oh, we
You
played
guys
all
played
sorts
their
of
music?
stuff.
jazz band, but then we did other stuff.
Oh,
too.
Sheila?
Yeah.
You guys play? Oh,
We did
Sheila.
play.
We did play
Oh,
Let
Sheila.
me-
Yeah.
Who's vocals on that? I want to know. Yes.
Yeah.
So do you still know the words?
Yeah.
No.
Jim, remember Oh Sheila?
Oh, yeah. No.
So I knew I love these guys for a
She
reason.
wants to party till the morning comes.
Yeah.
There it is.
But we played under the worst band name ever. We thought, 17-year-olds.
We thought it was clever.
Special guest.
Yeah.
Special
we
guest.
thought that was so smart.
Yeah.
It's like calling your band Free Beer.
Yeah. Because, on all the flyers, it'd be like a band
special
plus
guest.
with special
Yeah.
guest. And so
That's
then you
clever.
have special guest with special guest.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah.
And they're like, they're playing everywhere. I see
Yeah.
special guests. They're on
We're
every
playing
flyer.
6 times in Los Angeles tomorrow at the same
Yeah.
time.
It was
That is
horrible.
awesome.
Finding a band name is awful, man. I was in a band. I was in a band called Intensity,
Yeah.
and it was Intensity, but it was spelled CITY at the end, so it's Intensity.
Oh, Intensity.
Yeah, yeah. And
What kind of music was that?
we were just a cover band. We would do like Journey and
No Ready for the World?
no Ready
I'm
for the
stuck on
World
that.
on that one. We were pretty much whatever long hair
Oh,
rock
my God.
band.
So I
was
want
at the
here's some
time.
other highlights for you guys that from the outside. No Doubt mentioned you. Why I can't remember her name right now. She's most famous. Glenn Stefani
Stefani, yeah.
Gwen
mentions Let's Go Bowling. I'm looking through online, right? And they're giving her an interview, and she's like, "Hey, I'm dating this country singer now." And it was like, and then the interview guy was like, "Well, does he like any of your ska?" And she's like, "Well, he looks up bands all the time, and he'll mention and kind of quiz me." And he said, he mentioned Let's Go Bowling, and I think we opened for them at St. Andrews Hall in Detroit. And I was like, "What?" So that happened, right?
Yeah.
That was awesome. Now you guys had interaction with other groups, Real Big Fish,
Yeah.
and Big Is it Big Voodoo Daddy?
No, Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Cherry
Yeah.
Poppin' Daddies. Is that
No.
is Voodoo Daddy something else, right?
Yeah, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
So I want to talk about that side of it.
Okay.
A lot of these bands tend to go very commercial
Yeah.
in terms of their exposure, radio play, etc. Was that an emphasis for you guys? And you was just like, well, it'll happen when it happens, and the MTV thing happened and radio play, Or was it more like we enjoy what we're doing and let's see what happens here? Was there a blueprint for where you wanted to go?
Well, I mean, we always kind of wanted it to be the thing that we do, forever. And so...
Which requires certain
right, yeah,
financial things to happen.
Right. And, it was... we always kind of wanted, every band wants that, the big break,
But I feel like some bands don't want to admit it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't want to admit it because, it's like if it never comes, then it never came, and
then talking about it's painful. And,
right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, and so you want to like try to stay true to whatever you're playing and stay true to your sound and stay true to whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And there's always that if we get signed, then we might have to sell out. And
what does sell out mean?
Selling out means that you betray your
craft
your core being so that you can make money, And there are bands like Real Big Fish had a song. Actually, one of their big songs was called "Sell Out."
Sell out with me tonight.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Yeah. And and so
were they
there
making
some
fun
bands,
of it, or what were they doing there?
Yeah, because that's kind of like it was ironic because
they did sell out.
because that's really kind of what you had to do, and the I always wanted to be able to just to just do it. I mean, I didn't want to be like so famous that I can't go outside of my house and then,
I see.
And then,
but
because
it's a double-edged sword, right?
Right.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
So let me talk to you guys about this. The Beastie Boys and the Beatles both brought this up in different interviews. They said, Sony will come to us and say, hey, we want to use you for this commercial, or Cheerios will use it. And sometimes they were like, yeah, you can use it for this, but it bothered them if their management would allow one of their songs for something else. Were you guys ever approached by any sort of product or sponsorship to use your song in their commercials or anything?
I've heard the songs like on outros on like ESPN's leaving X Games and coming back in.
Do you guys
they don't have to ask for permission.
They don't?
They don't, no.
But they do.
What's
the royalties get paid out on whoever wrote the song.
Okay.
Not whoever wrote the song gets paid royalties.
Okay.
Yeah. One of like that, and like the Disney Channel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
is it kind of cool to hear that stuff?
Yeah, I never caught it actually being played, but I got the. I got my $3.46 for it.
Is it specific songs? Are they reusing the same songs?
Yeah. No, it got 788 plays on the intro or outro on the Disney Channel, and I got $3.46.
Pays a lot better.
And my management company sent me a letter saying that they were going to forego their 34 cents.
This is real. It's a real conversation.
I have it. I still have the check. I've never cashed the check. I have it. I'm going to frame it and have it up with the letter that goes along with it too. And it's like,
was there ever a time in the band where you guys were being compensated to the point where like you could live comfortably? Did it ever get to that point?
Yeah. I mean, comfortably for a bunch of 20-somethings. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So the house and.
Yeah,
it's enough to have a house and car and
rent, and I mean, we didn't buy a house and stuff like that.
Rent.
It was like,
but it was a full time
and a beater.
Yeah, it was
a beater.
Yeah, it was our full time job. In '94, it was 93, 94. We did our Quit Your Job tour.
That's a perfect name.
Yeah, and that's the one where we had the shirts with "Quit Your Job, Let's Go Bowling," and and F that.
Okay, so I have to clarify something just because of my own confusion.
Yeah.
I believe I ran into Darren.
Yeah.
Right around 98, 99, the mutual friend type thing. And I would have put $1 million on that he played trumpet and did some of the dancing. Did that ever happen, or was that my brain?
Yeah, no.
Because once I saw him behind the keyboard, I go, wait, I thought he was the trumpet guy who... Or maybe I ran into another guy. There's another guy also kind of thin with the blonde hair.
Well, there
The
was
trumpet player.
Pat Bush, who was tall and thin, but he didn't have really blonde hair.
So I must have
Not
just
like that.
mistaken because I
There was
remember
a
meeting
guitar player that wasn't tall, but he was thin with blonde hair.
a lot of dancing going on. This guy was active. This guy,
Oh, that was
Not
probably
required
Pat
of guitar
Bush. That was
he was real active,
yeah.
and he was like,
he would,
wow.
He would dance. We called
That's
it.
Pat.
We called it the string bean.
So I want to point out some ska slang terms. Jim, I looked this up. Okay, you guys tell me if these were something that were in your circles or just. The first slang term is rude boy,
Yeah.
which, according to this, means gangsta, rebellious.
Yeah.
And I think of a message to you, Rudy, and that's is that a reference to?
That's what the Jamaican gang members
Oh, we're called
were called themselves
rude boys.
rude boys, and we're called rude boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next term, and it's because there's a band called, I believe, Skanking Pickle. Is that right? Did I say that right? Skanking Pickle. And I was like, skank. So Jim, we use the word skank, right? And I'm not going to talk about how we used it because I think that's derogatory. But skank meant rhythmic dance performed by swinging the arms, by bending the knees, is how it was defined.
Yeah.
Is skanking a ska?
Aren't you going to do something?
Hey.
Yeah, I thought you were going to do some skanking.
I'll wait for these guys. They
Are
cued me
they
in.
leading you up to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, put esta noche.
You show us how to
So
skank.
I don't know if I'm going to be doing it correctly. I'm going to show you guys what I saw
Okay.
and what I defined as ska dancing. Because I was into the Roger Rabbit and all that stuff, and I was like, that
You
looks
could-
kind of cool in aerobic.
That's close enough.
Yeah, it's
Right.
close enough. You could do that.
Jim, can you cue that music for me?
Hang on, let me turn off the.
And when I saw it, I was like, I can get into this. It was the dancing that I saw first, and it reminded me of some aerobic moves. Let's get physical, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I could do this for maybe 2 songs, and then I'm out. Right?
Yeah.
Let's see. We're gonna do some skanking. Oh, while he's setting up the music, let's go to the next one. Another ska slang term was "pick it up," which meant to increase the tempo of the music, used to energize the crowd.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. It's
Pick it up.
like James Brown, but ska.
Oh, okay. Do you guys still
Javi
do?
Javi Molina was real good at
Yeah.
ska.
Javi was that
Was
guy.
he the dancer too?
He
Javi
was
the
yeah,
dancer.
He would dance and
All right, hey Javi, I'm gonna try to do you justice today. I don't know if we're gonna do the same moves. I'm just gonna tell you what I saw and what I thought was a good one.
Put me
And
on
the-
the spot here. I'm trying to
And
find
then,
it.
was there any other slang terms that I didn't mention that you guys would use frequently, which were part of the ska kind of vibe?
well, you had like toasting too. That
What was
like a-
toasting? Was it?
Toasting is
Not
but
this.
it was used erroneously. I found out that it was used erroneously, and toasting was where there would be this rhythmic thing done with the mouth that would happen in the background, and it would just be like a chick that would happen.
Oh, kind of
And
like
so-
the ska version of beatbox.
Yeah, it was actually, yeah. And that started with
Javi?
that started back in Jamaica in the 60s, where you had sound systems and they had DJs, and they were called the toasters.
The
because
toasters.
They were the MCs. And so they would do the toasting, and so while the record was playing, they would do this rhythmic
I'm
thing
looking
over the
this
top.
up.
And so we all
It's kind of like scratching.
yeah, it's kind of like scratching.
Oh,
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
kind of like scratching, but with the
your
mouth.
mouth.
You know?
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
look for this toasting.
And so then we were on tour with the Scotalites, and I was talking to Doreen Schaefer, and it was wonderful talking to them. Just getting history and because you can ask the original source.
Yeah.
And so I
Just
was
like I'm
who,
doing now.
Who did the toasting? And she said toasting. And I said, yeah, like the and she was like, oh no, the toasters did that. That they called that chickaba.
Chickaba.
Yeah.
And it's a chicka 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 chicka.
Yeah,
chicka,
yeah.
chicka, chicka. All right.
And so doing that is chickaba. The toaster would do that.
Okay.
Who was the DJ?
So chickabaing is the actual verb that we're looking for.
Yeah, chickaba. Yeah.
Chickaba.
Yeah.
Did we get esta noche?
I think so.
All right, let's cue it up.
Good name for a band.
All right,
Yeah,
so
Chickaba.
guys, we're gonna attempt to do a little skanking here.
You are going to.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to.
Yeah.
But there's no pressure here because it's in front of like ska legends. So we'll see how RobLive does
right.
here.
Let's
That's
see.
right.
I think
We'll
I
just
have-
let Jim cue up the music and just let my nerves mount as we go.
I don't know how much audio we could punch it through, but let's see. There you go.
Is that Esta Noche?
Yep.
All right. We're going to skank a little bit here. Let's see if we get it right.
Viewer discretion is advised. That is?
John Piper.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
I don't see too many Latinos doing it like that.
Yeah.
Esta Noche.
All right.
Did I
Yeah.
get it right?
That's actually pretty good.
Is Let's Go Bowling impressed with Rob skanking? Or they're just being nice?
Close enough.
That was yeah. We would not be
That's the-
making fun of you from off the stage.
You know,
So that's, no.
that's the best I've seen all day.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
check this. He's only seen one all day. No, check this out, guys. I'm going to make you. Look, Jim, I'm going to be the first. Well, maybe not the first, but I'm going to throw these guys off. August 9th, when you guys are at the Siren, I'm out of breath. August 9th, when you're at the Siren, you guys are playing, you're going to see this idiot in the skanking his butt off, and you're going to laugh to yourself.
I don't think you're going to be the
You won't-
only
you won't be
idiot.
able- you
No,
won't be able
I
to.
think
Yeah,
with,
you won't be
with
able to.
alcohol and everything
Yeah,
else,
well-
yeah, you did that without any alcohol, and that was pretty impressive.
Were you? Oh, this man has never given me an impressive. Are you giving me a compliment right now?
I guess I don't know.
It's a first on
I'm-
RobLive.
I do think it's a type of music that brings a lot of people. I say kids too. I almost wanted to say kids, but I think it's mosh pitting. You know, there's just a whole.
Oh, I can't do the mosh.
Yeah, no.
Is
you
it a
can't,
mosh,
no.
guys?
We
guys-
don't
no.
get mosh pits.
No, you don't. Oh,
No.
okay.
So I can
But
peacefully.
it's super easy to dance to.
oh.
I think that's why people
yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
You know,
And you get smacked in the face, like the mosh stuff, man.
Well, it was funny because my wife even
one's
said
getting
that.
smacked
She's like,
around.
"How do you dance to that?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna show her Robert's gig right there and
I'll
just
dance
say
for
that's
her
it."
in person.
yeah.
So we have some stuff from the fans. So what I did is I posted on Facebook, "Hey, Let's Go Bowling. They're coming in. What questions might you have for them?" See, one of the things that I'm sure you guys are cognizant of it is access. One of the things that me and Jim get to do is have people like you guys in studio and ask you questions. The source, right? Paul was talking about earlier. Not everybody has access to this, right? They're busy. They don't have a show, whatever may be the case. And so I was like, let me give you guys access. I will make sure verbatim what you wrote down. So here's what the fans wrote. And I'm going to actually say the name too. This is from Maggie Schubert Mendoza. What attracted you guys to ska out of all other genres? And did your inspiration come from other bands at the time, or do you feel like you pioneered it?
That's for Paul.
Okay. Okay. So what attracted us to ska? Well,
I mean, there's so many rock. There was like
Right,
15
yeah.
Journey bands at the time.
right.
There was,
You know, the thing is that at the time when, you know, we're talking like the early 80s and such, where it was, you know, there was so much, there was like, you know, new wave and punk and all those kind of things
Yeah.
that were going on. And there just kind of and so two-tone was big, you know, coming over. And so two-tone with the bands like the Selector and the Specials and, you know, Bad Manners and Madness and all these bands, you know,
Yeah.
coming over, you know, it was just this kind of like where you listen to it and you go, what the heck is that, you know? And but it's really kind of infectious. And then you also had bands like the Clash that was doing, you know, like they
Rock
did
the
a cover.
Casbah is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but they were doing covers of like Toots and the Maytals. You know, they did Pressure Drop, and then they had this really kind of reggae ska vibe that was going on, and that was indicative of what was happening in Europe, you know, in England there, and with, you know, Two Tone coming out, and all those guys all kind of knew each other and were influenced by each other as well, and so it started coming over here, and then there were these a few bands, you know, here that started to play it as well. You know, bands like Fishbone, and locally there was the Khyber Rifles, which
I remember you mentioned them once on a podcast. Khyber Rifles, are they from the Central Valley?
The Khyber Rifles, yeah. And so Mark, the bass player, he was in the Khyber Rifles as
Oh,
well.
okay.
And so they put out an EP that is actually one that has inspired a lot of bands as well, especially in California.
Do you remember the name of that EP? Want to give them a little love.
Yeah,
The Khyber Rifles, guys. We're
I
going
can
to see if we can get some. Can we get a link online? Would be able to find one, and I can add it to the description. Like, is it anywhere online where we can find them?
Chaka the Younger.
Yeah, Chaka the Younger. Yeah, maybe.
Glenn likes Young Chaka.
I'm trying to remember what the name of that EP was. It was just a vinyl, 4-song EP. I have it. I own it. But for me personally, that was also the drummer and the keyboard player were in the marching band with me at Bullard High School.
Oh, you were marching band. That's
so
right.
That's the thing now. If if you're say you're a horn player,
Yeah.
or to a certain extent a keyboard player, what do you do when you want to rock?
Yeah,
Or,
you want to be a rock star.
You want to get on stage, play.
Yeah.
You could go. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Jazz doesn't get you laid. So
Yeah.
then if you see this scene, that's why all horn players, especially,
Love ska.
I mean, it's jazz. That part of it came from jazz, blending in with 50s rock and roll and calypso and buru, as we said before. So horn players are ripe. Even keyboard players, you can play organs and like ska keyboards, or you could be Journey and go dun 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 dun. So especially, and it's a lot of the jazz and marching.
And your band your instrument in the band was what, Glenn?
In
A marching band.
school band,
Yeah.
I played French horn to start, and then I moved over to trumpet. And
French horn, trumpet.
And then I played trumpet and guitar and bass.
And for the marching
And the
band,
jazz
like
band.
parades and
marching
stuff.
band, I played trumpet.
Trumpet and
I hated marching.
you did.
I did.
I loved it. Paul?
I did I was a bass player first, and then the band director, I was signing up for classes, and he convinced me to play bass drum. So
Okay, you and I
had the
have that in
biggest-
common. The strap.
Yep.
And
I
for
had the
parades.
biggest bass drum and stuff. And so, but that's where I met. Also in the drum line was Eric Dansby and Mike Licati, who were in the Khyber Rifles as well. And they were like,
Were they snare toms? Or were
they were.
Quads.
I think Mike was bass drum, and Eric was snare.
Yes.
And so Eric was a drummer for Khyber Rifles, and Mike played keyboards. He was also actually an excellent viola player.
This is during high school?
This is high school. So this is like my freshman year of high school, sophomore year.
And
of
you're
high
meeting
school.
these guys in
and I'm meeting
bands.
these guys, and they're like, "Yeah, man, you gotta listen to ska." And I'm like, "What the hell?" And so they gave me a tape, and so I started listening to that. And then
Yeah.
also you had KFSR at the time, the local radio,
Is that the college?
the college
Yeah.
station, and they would play things, and that was the first time I ever heard something like the Ska-Lights, which was, the DJ came on and goes, "Yeah, so I found this record. This is Bob Marley playing ska, man." And he played that, and I'm like, "What? Bob Marley played ska?"
Yeah.
And so, it was a lot of just kind of like going around and talking to people, and people would make you a mixtape of the stuff, and then there were just a few bands. There was the Untouchables out of Los Angeles. There was Fishbone, the Uptones out of San Francisco,
Yeah.
and then finding, and then just discovering all these bands, all the British two-tone bands and such, and it kind of became an infection, really, the ska infection, and then it went from there.
You were all infected.
Yeah.
For 37
Yeah.
years.
We were-
37 years.
we were
Can we get a little
scarred.
applause on that one?
Yeah. We were ska'd for life.
Hey, did you get that one? Did you get that pun? We're going to put that. That's a bumper sticker. Scott for life.
Yeah, I wish I came up with it. It was
No,
it was
you
a
guys with someone else?
Yeah, it was a two-tone thing. Ska'd for life.
We're going to come back to some fan questions. So this is our resident. So we have a text group of 15 guys from high school. And we have 2 or 3 that just come up with different genres all the time and know all these obscure things. And I was like, we're going to get Let's Go Bowling. What are your questions? And Matt Konatsu really didn't have a question. He had a statement that he wanted me to share with you guys. and he worded much better, but it really touched me. And here's what he said. He said, let them know that for the people in the Central Valley who really are into music and understand the importance of different genres, you guys in the late 80s, early 90s were the crack in the dam that led to this huge flood of a ska movement, not just in the Central Valley, but throughout the United States. And that you guys, to him, in his eyes, and a lot of people, you were an important, pivotal moment to, like, we won't put it in waves, but just to say, hey, ska's back, and it's happening in this area, and there are some really tight, I mean, when you listen to you guys, right, there's nothing regional about it. The sound is very universal, and it's like you guys could be from anywhere. I just love the fact that, you know, Selma, Fresno, I think you guys had some Kingsburg members. I love that you're from the Central Valley, but anyone out there who listened to your music, you could be from anywhere. And it was just so tight and tempo. I was a drummer, so I was on the drum line. And so I've always marveled at how when I hear you guys live, everything is clean, right? I'm sure you hear things because you're, you know, in the band, but for us, you're a very clean, tight band, you know, and I want to reference Prince on this one. I don't know how much you've, you know, followed Prince or know about his music, but he would rehearse and rehearse and rehearse and rehearse, and everything had to be tight, and then it was done. Everything was on the hit and stop, and when I watched you guys this actual performance that Jim's playing behind you, I was like, man, these guys are really tight. You would not know that they were on a 5-year hiatus and that they came back. How did you end up coming back?
Well, yeah.
So I'd been trying to get the band to play for 5 years. So we played a show, I think in fall of 2019, and we had been for several years just playing 2 or 3 times a year in Fresno. Sometimes we'd pop over to San Francisco or something. But then COVID hit, and the lockdown stopped us, of course. And then there was couple health issues within the family of the band, you should say. We could say that, so comorbidity kind of stuff. So we just weren't playing. We were going in public. And then we just didn't play for 5 years. There was no conscious decision to take a break or not play. But we discussed stuff. Once in a while, stuff would come up, and there's with 8 guys. If one guy can't do it, we don't do it. But then, I guess, how long ago? Time is but a construct. So, like, maybe last spring, Darren, who's the founding member, a keyboard player, got a call from Jesse he's from the Agrolites, and he's been real big in the scene for just about as long as the band's been around. That they were having a big benefit with a bunch of bands in Los Angeles at a big theater for one of the members of Hepcat had passed away suddenly.
Yes.
And so Darren just said yes. And then he asked
and
us.
figured out later.
Yeah.
Apologize later.
But that's the key. Like, if, you know, is just to get everyone to say yes. So we all said yes, because it was big deals that we started rehearsing, which wasn't something we'd been doing at all.
Where's your rehearsal space with everyone all over the place?
I have a space in my house.
Oh,
it's about 15, 20 times bigger than this warehouse. No, it's just big enough to hold 8 big,
wow,
big
the energy in
men.
that room.
Yeah, energy as in really loud.
Oh, my God.
But so we rehearsed, and then we saw, hey, we're going to go down to L.A. and play. And L.A. is one of those places you don't just go in and, like, give it the old college try.
You got to be.
You know, you're playing, the crowd is hip, all the musicians are hip. Everyone knows what a good band sounds like and what a half-ass band sounds like. So,
you guys seem humble, though, so I'm going to say it for you.
Yeah.
Your name carries weight.
Right, but that also puts the pressure on us to sound good after 5 years.
That's good pressure, though, right?
So then
it could have been like, oh, let's go bowling.
We ended up booking a show out at Savia's ranch. Mike Savia's owns Tap and Cellar here in town, but he has he has a ranch out on the end of Herndon. We've done several things there before in the past. We just booked this as a tune-up for LA, which was the following week.
Yes.
And that went off. Like, we were expecting couple hundred people, and we got like 350 way out there. It takes a lot of effort to get out there. And so we're like, hey, that was fun. And then we went down to LA and said that was fun. And then we just decided, let's just play more. So we've gone back to, we played Fulton 55.
Yes.
Then in Long Beach, and then in Menlo Park.
You guys at Menlo Park?
Yeah.
I went to school out there at Menlo College. What was the venue?
Guild Theater.
The Guild Theater. Where's that at?
It's right in the heart of it.
Santa Cruz Avenue, maybe?
That's on Alvarado? No. What's the main?
El Camino.
El Camino. It's on El Camino.
Oh, Guild Theater. I'm
Right
trying
in
to figure
the
that.
heart,
Wow, Menlo Park. Awesome.
And then we're doing Morro Bay, and we're coming to San Francisco. I can't announce the date yet because I can't remember it. I can't remember if everyone said yes to that. I think we have a date.
I think
We're coming to San Francisco.
Well, I have a date that everyone has said yes to.
Yeah.
And I'm going to push it for the next 2 weeks. As a matter of fact, Jim, right, let's make an executive decision right now since we're both partners. We're going to put the Let's Go Bowling episode out next Friday.
Yeah, for sure.
To make sure we give it like a week's time for people who haven't heard you to hear about you and to be out at the venue. So if you want to see Let's Go Bowling live, I'm telling you guys, they're amazing. I would say this even if they weren't in front of me. August 9th at the Siren in Morro Bay. We'll put a link to that show. If you guys want to buy tickets, please show up and support this band because they're worth the drive. And if you want to see RobLive Skank on right there in the crowd, I'll be there nice and sweaty and out of breath. But we want to make you support you. We want to also respect your guys' time. I know you guys have a lot to go and do. So we're going to wrap this up real quick. Is there anything you would like to share with the fans who might be listening right now about the future of Let's Go Bowling? We're back. Are we back? Can we say we're back?
Yeah, we're back.
Very
Yeah, we're
hesitant.
back.
Like
We're going to be playing more often. If you want us, if you're out of the area and we haven't named your city, make it happen. We'll come.
Yeah.
We're looking to play. You got to be in California though, or spend a lot of money on plane tickets.
Right.
Anything you want to share? Oh.
No, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I love playing, and we want to, we're playing, and who knows? Maybe there might be another album in our future.
Oh
too.
man, we would. So let me tell you this.
We've been saying that for since the
There's
90s.
one song we're really
for
gonna
the last
record
20
for sure.
years. Yeah.
So me and my friend were talking about you guys on the way up here on the phone, and we were talking about this idea, and this is a social media thing that didn't exist 20 years ago. You guys could have one of your songs get picked up by TikTok or some viral video, and then all of a sudden your numbers shoot way up. Mm-hmm. If that were to happen, right? And I'm actually going to try to put a video together with Esta Noche in the background, and I'm going to be skanking, and I'm going to try to make that go viral for you guys, right? Even if it's just comic relief. But if that were to happen, and they were like, "Hey, we need you guys back on the road," how soon could we make that happen? Would that be summer, or would you guys just
To go on the road,
do like a full-on tour?
that would have to be a very short tour, and
Winter break
in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to just point this out before we close it down. Everybody out there, I know that you guys respect educators, and I know that when you look at people in the classroom, right, you respect what we do. But one of the things, and I'm not blaming anyone for this, it's just the reality. You kind of put us in this box and say, okay, that's what you do. Every educator out there has another side to them, something that they do that doesn't necessarily happen in the classroom. And I want to open your eyes to this right now. You're looking at 4 educators here, 2 from a prolific, culture-shifting band, the other 2 creating this content for you right now. So we love education. We respect that, but there is a lot more to us, right? I can skank, so you didn't know that, right? So I want to give a shout out to you guys. Thank you for being educators. School's coming up soon. I hate to bring it up, but look at Paul's face.
2 weeks.
But we thank you for everything you guys do in the classroom. If you need a great sub, right? Glenn's right here. We're going to get Glenn some work. You could never have a cooler sub than a guy from Let's Go Bowling.
You're going to get calls from now. Ever since when this airs, you're going to get a lot of calls.
Next Friday. So this is Rob Izquierdo, Jim Chance. Shout out. to Let's Go Bowling. Thank you, Paul Miskelin and Glenn Parrish, for being in studio with us. We value your time. We're very grateful. This took about a year to happen. So thank you guys for making the time for us.
Sure. Yeah,
right?
Thanks.
Sam from RobLive. Until next time, like and subscribe. Follow Let's Go Bowling. We're going to put all their links. I expect to see some of you guys at the show on the 9th. I'll be there skanking. Jim might come too. We'll see how it goes. Until next time, it's love, peace, and chicken grease. We out.